Good morning, campers and RVers. Well, this video is a lot different than the typical videos that I do on camping or RVing or making repairs to my Airstream travel trailer. Um, in August, I received a phone call um, from my doctor's office that I was diagnosed with invasive lobular carcinoma, which is breast cancer. And unfortunately, I don't know much of anything about breast cancer. Breast cancer does not run in my family. Nobody in my family has breast cancer. And I just know a handful of people that have had breast cancer throughout my life. So this was a complete shocker to me and all new to me. As I started to do a little bit of research on it, I found out that only 8 to 12% of the population gets this lobular carcinoma, so there's really not a lot of information out there on the internet or in encyclopedias or in the library. Um, Most of the people get something called ductal carcinoma, which there's a lot of information on, and a lot of the drug companies spend most of their time in researching that because there's obviously a benefit to it, money in selling drugs to beat that type of breast cancer. But as far as lobular carcinoma, there's just not a lot of information out there. Apparently the reason it wasn't detected in all of the mammograms that I went through year after year after year, never missing a mammogram, apparently it's very difficult to detect because the cancer grows in lines and they can't see it on any of these mammograms that they do. And so uh, didn't know what to do other than go see either a surgeon or an oncologist, and there's really not a lot of information on that either, what to do, especially somebody that knows nothing about it. I didn't know whether to see an oncologist first or do I go see a surgeon. So I decided to see a surgeon first to see about getting surgery to remove the cancer, and went to see a surgeon that was highly recommended. And first thing that she said was, we can't do surgery because the cancer has spread from your breast to your lymph nodes, and if we go in and we start removing all of the cancer in the lymph nodes, which is in your arm, which I didn't even know that, she told me that she could do some major damage to your arm, and she knew that I was a avid golfer, that they could do some big time damage to my arm, and then I could never use my arm for golfing again or doing camping, or I would have all of these various impacts. So that she sent me to an oncologist so we could treat it and potentially shrink the cancer, and then go back to her maybe at a later date to have the cancer removed from the breast and also from the lymph nodes. So I went to see an oncologist, and the oncologist ordered up a PET scan, and that's some type of scan that they do where they put you in a tube, which was very claustrophobic, so they can give you something to relax you, and they can see if there's cancer in any of the other organs in your body, your brain, your liver, your stomach, all of that type of stuff. And so I went through that process, and um, came back that in the results that the cancer had spread, unfortunately, to my bones. And didn't really feel overly confident with and comfortable with the oncologist that I was sent to. So went back to the drawing board and found another oncologist, and was able to thankfully get in right away. And so uh, got the results from her, that it had spread to the bones. And unfortunately, she ordered up a bone biopsy to see what type of cancer was in the bones. And that I had that surgery done, and unfortunately that came back as false negative, meaning that they couldn't find anything in the bone biopsy that they did. So we had to reorder a second bone biopsy. And I just had that surgery done yesterday. And all of this stuff takes a lot of time, and you got to wait to get in the operating rooms, and, you know, just a lot of other people suffering from many different diseases and, you know, surgeries and all that. So you have to wait your turn to get in to see these doctors and do these operations and all that. So I just had that done yesterday, and now I have to wait for results, which hopefully won't take long to get back after the pathologist reads those results. And then the doctor, the oncologist, can order the type of treatment and see what's going on with the bones. Whether that's going to be chemotherapy or something they call targeted therapy. So once it goes outside of the breast, into the lymph nodes, into other organs, they consider that to be stage 4 breast cancer. And so that's my personal challenge that I'm dealing with right now. I will tell you that I'm learning a whole new language and can't pronounce most of these names of the type of tests or the type of drugs or the type of body parts that they do tests on. I mean, it's a whole new language out there, and in the medical world, and it's a lot to learn and a lot to digest, and I'm just going to do whatever the doctors tell me to do to be able to fight this. And apparently there's a lot of other people in the world that are dealing with this challenge as well. And thankfully I am camping in a place where I have a really great support system, and I have family members that are taking me to my appointments that I'm not able to drive because you know, they have to give you anesthetics and stuff like that where you're not allowed to be driving. So I have a great support system, and I'm super glad about that. In addition, I'm so happy to have my dog with me. She's been just fantastic, and she couldn't have come into my life at a better time after losing my other 2 Westies. So she's been great, and so that's been my challenge, and that's one of the reasons I haven't been posting a lot of videos lately, is because I wasn't sure I wanted to share this personal challenge I have. But if it helps somebody out there, then it's worth, you know, posting a video on to help somebody else out there. So we'll just see what comes about, whether I'm going to be going down the road of chemotherapy or targeted therapy. And I don't know much about either of those. Again, I'm trying to learn all I can. Going to, you know, local libraries in the town that I'm in, and researching information on the internet. There's just not a lot of information on this lobular carcinoma. I wish that there was. They have various alliances that they're trying to set up, but again, that it doesn't really help somebody that's in this situation with drugs that are out there. So I'm just hoping that my doctors can help me out with new drugs that might be able to target this, and hopefully I'll have a lot of years out there to do my golfing and do my camping. But with that, just wanted to give you a quick update on what's my latest challenge in life, and I would consider this probably to be the biggest challenge that I have in my life, and I'm gonna do everything and anything I can, and stay active and eat right, keep moving, walk at least 3 to more miles a day, every day. I don't care if it's in circles or walking back here in my travel trailer on inclement weather days, just to keep moving. I think that's so important. But with that, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your support, and we'll see you on the next one.